Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the Pact and Boon. We are a couple of nerds playing some Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. And this is an actual play podcast video stream of sorts. Coming to you on all platforms available. Check us out, follow us, share it with your friends, share it with your mom, share it with your grandmom, and make sure they follow us because they're going to love us.
Or they'll think we're Satan worshippers. Go to,
And honestly,
also still love us, though.
That's true.
Depending on your grandma.
Satan worshiping is fitting because we are in hell. Okay? We are
Love
in
the transition. Love it.
the world of Calignos, in the plains of hell. The 9 hells, to be exact. And our party has found themselves, for a variety of different reasons, in prison, in hell. Not a fun place to be. Mentiri, on the second layer of hell, Dis. Before the seat of Dispater, in the iron city of Dis. We find a group of unlikelies trying their best to just not die. Around them is a prison of hot metal and stone, where even standing still can be the cause of your own death. Surrounded by demons and devils. They are different. Look it up. The party is not yet a party. 3 individuals living separate lives, trying to do their best to live, have had some certain happenstance inspire them to survive. A question was posed to the individuals, "Are you a survivor?" by some sort of North Atlantic semi-mafia voice, as Joland, an Earth Genasi brewer in a toilet in hell, has been making some mead when someone asked him if he was a survivor and if he had anything to survive for. Wolfgang, a dog of the doctors in the infirmary, after a run-in with a family relative, given the same question, posed to him if he had something worth surviving for. And then Alon, trying to help a truly abysmal creature as his only ally in the hells, a human man with odd proportions and having the head of an ant, Cyril, is just trying to not die. Being chased by a bearded devil, was intercepted by a broker of hell. An individual with some sort of arcane ability that ripped this bearded devil to shreds. And then turned to Alon and asked the same, "Are you a survivor?"
So I'm writhing on the ground in pain still. Just got the air knocked out of me. So, yeah, I like to think so.
We'll see what you can do. I have a patron who might be interested in buying.
And he opens a zipper in space. And he's going to toss you a card and walk through it. If you catch the card, it is a 2 of hearts.
Love.
2 of hearts. And he disappears. The zipper immediately closing behind him, and he is gone.
Okay, where is it Crolax?
Yes, Crolax is on the floor, having just seen this, and he's like scooted himself against the wall, truly horrified. Crolax is a Dretch, a demon from the abyss, a pig-like creature with teeth that have proven to be frightening, as they could easily cut through a hole in the cast iron floor that makes up the floor of the Mentiri. And Crolax scoots himself back against the wall, and he's just breathing.
So I'm going to right myself and kind of sit up, and I'm going to look at him just dead in the eyes, and I'm going to say, I'm just going to...
Yeah.
And then I'm going to help
Give me an
Cyril
intimidation check.
Okay. That's a 24. And that is a 25, so 24.
Incredible. What even are your stats?
Dude,
+7 on
they're
intimidation.
so.
That's insane.
No. His lowest like ability is a 12.
Crazy.
Rolled very well.
It's really impressive.
That's bananas. Okay, yeah. He defecates.
Does Gut see that and laugh?
Gut is busy cutting dudes in half on the other side of the internment zone in his
Okay.
rage. So Gut doesn't care about anything. He's probably hearing like some Vivaldi in his head. Dun, 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 dun.
Slice.
Just swing, and cutting dudes in half all over the place.
Epic.
Cyril is unconscious, actively making death saves.
I'm going to attempt to revive him or wake him up. So I'm going to kind of slap his face a little bit. Cyril.
Okay, you can give me a medicine check at disadvantage.
That's cocked.
Okay, that's a 13. And that's a 7.
All right. You are unable to stabilize him at this time. You can make another check.
That's an 18. And that's a 5.
Okay. You get the sense that Cyril is going to die. You can make one last attempt.
Oh, okay. I'm tearing up a little bit. Like, I've witnessed a few deaths at this point during my time in the hells. And so I'm going to, like...
His flesh is also cooking.
I'm going to... Can I make a perception check just to see what's around me really quick? Like, is the imp still watching?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Gosh. So that is a 13. And so it's a 13. That was a 16.
Yeah, it's much closer too. Like the imp is like crawled on the walls and along the lines, and like eyes are already buggy and black, right? Like just jet black pools.
And this is, I know that this is like a guard in effect, right? Or no, this is just a creature of hell.
This is like a prisoner as well.
Oh.
Right? So imps can also be prisoners.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and cool the space underneath him so that his flesh stops burning.
Okay, smart. Okay, you can make a medicine check flat.
Is that cocked, Justin?
No.
I don't think it's...
See, the rule is if you can put a dice on
10.
top, it's
10.
not cocked. Well, I mean, that's my rule. What's your rule, Jake?
That's fair.
I think that's...
Yeah.
Cyril will just kind of quiver in your hands as you're like trying to cool him off and like help him. And his mandibles stop.
Oh.
And he'll just say to you, "That food was disgusting."
And does he die or is he alive? I'm like checking his pulse. I'm like, Cyril, are you with me?
I'm fine.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my. So, I'm just like exasperated and kind of just overjoyed that he's alive. So I'm laughing and kind of hugging him.
Yeah. He's like, that food is not worth dying for.
No, my friend, I'm glad that you have learned your lesson. Let's get out of here.
I don't know if I did, man. I'm really hungry.
Just stay by me.
Jolly, you see that this individual has kind of zippered himself.
Yeah.
Destroyed the
With
bearded,
cards.
with cards, obliterating this bearded devil. And you, where does your attention seek? Where do you go?
Well, I guess maybe would I have seen that he does, he like uses cards?
I don't know if you would. It would have been just far enough
Pretty
away
far,
that like it looked like
yeah.
he was just like kind of casting magic.
I think I would see the sea elf and think that person survived an onslaught from a bearded devil, and now they are laughing. I think I should probably hitch my wagon to this horse. And I would cast Blade Ward on myself.
Smart.
Stealthily if I could.
I need a sleight of hand check.
Yes.
Unless you're trying to catch the attention of brokers. Bear in mind that there are 25 plus brokers with their eyes on this portion of Mentiri.
Yeah.
And I did not know that.
I
I actually wasn't listening when that happened.
You never noticed.
you wouldn't
Oh,
have known.
there you go.
I
You
would-
were more afraid of the
You were in
guards.
character.
Well, I mean, literally, I didn't know. So
Yeah, so Caden's an idiot, but
I was focusing on other things.
I will also cast Cure Wounds on myself, which does not require material components, which is
Okay.
awesome. And just kind of like purple light just up my legs, up my arms, and then just kind of like woo, and heal myself.
are you making a show of this, or are you just...
I think Jolly is used to trying not to be like a player.
Okay.
Basically trying to get other people to focus elsewhere while he builds his resources. So he's not necessarily hiding it, but he's like, I'm in my alcove. I'm fine. And when the 8 plus 4 would be, or do you roll the health?
No, you do.
Okay, so
I'm rolling
that
separate.
is healing 8 hit points, by the way.
Nice. Let's see if we lose them.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah. And then also Blade Ward. And then I'm like, okay, Jolly, all this is just going down hammocks. I mean, you're a big guy, but don't fall. It's just not, it's not hard.
It
Just,
shouldn't be. Yeah.
just do it.
Go
Don't
ahead
let
and
your
make a-
dreams be dreams.
simple. Come on.
It's simple.
Acrobatics check.
And
Difficulty class 12.
16
All right.
with
Hey.
disadvantage.
Jolly, are you bringing your mead?
Yeah, he's like packed everything up
Oh,
somehow.
interesting. Okay.
However he would probably like some other prisoners, like dead prisoners.
You could steal a hammock
Oh. Okay, yeah.
to basically make like a knapsack.
Yeah, definitely gonna do that.
Okay. If someone finds this and that they find out that you stole their hammock.
Okay, so I'm not gonna do it right next to the alcove where I sleep,
Okay.
right? I'm just gonna be like, let's go over to somewhere else and take this guy's hammock. And I honestly maybe a hammock, but I was also thinking just like a dead prisoner's like smock or whatever they have, and just like from that.
Those go probably faster than
Gotcha,
hammocks,
gotcha.
if I'm being honest.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely taking a hammock down. I would, walk over towards the sea elf and this bug guy and say, "Hey, can I ask what's so funny? What joke are you laughing at?"
Friend. I'm just kidding. I guess I don't know if you are. a
Yeah,
friend.
you see like this guy with like just stuff, like a
You
knapsack.
sounded pretty jovial.
Well, yeah, Jolly's generally a jovial
I
guy.
probably would call you friend then.
Yeah.
My Cyril here just about died, and I was able to revive him.
Wow, that's not quite a joke, but
It's a little win,
I suppose.
or maybe a big win.
Might I ask? Can I see like if anyone's looking at us right now?
Yeah, there's the Dretch over on the wall who's like,
And there's like poop running down his leg.
and he has pooped himself. And yeah, there's definitely people looking. A bearded devil was just eviscerated. One of the prison guards was just turned into ash, basically.
So do you know what all was that? Like why did what happened?
Well, this idiot, and I point to the dredge, tried to attack my friend here, who's a little greedy with his food, and I kind of like smack his chest.
He goes unconscious. He's not making death saves, but he is unconscious.
Cooking on the asphalt.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool now for an hour.
Well, I think maybe we should. Do you want to talk? Because I saw this and I want to ask questions.
Can I roll like an insight check to see? Okay.
You, Justin, give me a persuasion or deception. Your choice. Don't tell what.
Okay. That first one was oh, that 20, but I can't use it. The second was a 19 plus a lot. So
Unbelievable.
8.
You reading pretty clear.
okay, and I hold out my hand because I'm still on the ground to be held up or helped up.
Oh, yeah, Jolly will do it, and I'd say, can I ask, what are you?
Well, my heritage is that of a sea elf, but I've been diluted, you could say.
So you're like half a halfsy?
Something like that.
Oh, and what about your pet? Your friend? What is it?
He is an anomaly, we'll say.
I'm
a cursed wretch.
Can
Falls like
can I roll a history check on well, can I like see what I know about sea elves in general?
Yeah, history check.
Cool. No, natural one.
You know of them. You know that, like, just like a wood elf
Yeah.
or...
So you must be like from the sea, right?
Close. I'm from the Spiral Isles.
Do I know anything about that?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Well, let's go find somewhere else because I think you're drawing a lot of attention.
Yes, and before I do that, I'm going to cast one more spell, just because why not? And I'm going to try and snipe that imp up on the ceiling
Okay.
with my Find Familiar.
Oh,
You
interesting.
shoot at him. Gotcha.
Okay.
Should we give context or?
Yeah.
So, we decided that my Find Familiar is more like catching Pokemon. So,
I was about to say, throw Pokemon.
As a, warlock pact of the chain, you got to have something to chain it to.
yes.
Okay, so will you do a spell attack roll?
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just straight
And
roll.
I will roll to...
Nat 20.
Let's see if I nat 20.
Well, that would be pretty impressive.
What about a natural 8?
Pretty good. But
Yeah, what does your chain look like?
I imagine that it's not as much of a tether, but it's more of a persuasion. It's a bargain. Like, come work with me, and you will have like a mutually beneficial relationship. It'll be mutualism.
Okay, I'm gonna try and save against that power. Like you hit, right?
Yeah.
Like it is bound.
Sure.
And we'll see the resistance for it. What's your spell save DC?
15.
Okay. You get a resistance to what you're trying to do, but that you have some purchase in it. And like a true binding is going to take a couple more efforts of that. But that you feel that you have enough to force subservience should you wish to do that.
Okay, and this is the first time I've ever tried something like this, and it felt like an innate ability when I sensed that imp's presence.
Yeah. I think it felt like I don't know, we'll use a Demon Slayer reference, right? Where you see the thread and it like kind of goes tight on it, right? Where like you see that there are possibilities that you could like tether yourself to, and this one you decided to pull taut, right?
Yeah.
And like I like to think of like a warlock pact of the chain that can like manipulate different familiars, and it is kind of like that. Who do I choose, right?
Sure.
Like being charisma based, it is a willpower, a dominance that can be done a little bit more delicately, but it is my willpower versus yours.
Yeah, it's like I could use persuasion or I could use intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you feel that it's less of a bargain being struck and more of a I got you.
Subservience. Yeah. Okay. I tried.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to follow him. And I'm going to pick Cyril up.
Okay. Yep. You can sling him over your shoulder.
Yeah, I do.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
what do you do? You're in your
so
little
I have
corner.
my card,
Mm-hmm.
my 4 of diamonds.
Mm-hmm. Spades.
You said diamonds.
Did I say diamonds?
Yeah.
I meant spades. I'm sorry.
Oh, 4 of spades. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. So Justin.
Clubs.
3 of clubs.
Oh, spades.
2 of hearts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So spades. I've got my 4 of spades, and the voice stopped talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So theoretically, the doctors and that group, including my brother, are in that other place. So I try and find that voice. I grab the card. I go into the doctor, like the primary area of the infirmary, and I look around. Anything?
No. There's nobody, no nothing.
Okay. I run out the door and check down the long hallway leading to it.
Okay. What are you feeling? What are you sensing in yourself as like there's a clear anxiety, but like where is it being rooted?
It's desperation because I'm like, basically, Wolfgang had been acting, playing the subservient, mutt for a bit while he was in hell, trying to get on the good side so he could make it easier for himself. But then he kind of gambled that all in the little T maneuver that he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his goal now is like, okay, any lifeline,
Sure.
So desperation, and he's like, whoever can give me a freaking card out of midair, hopefully I can find them and they can help me,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. So as you're like preparing to leave the infirmary, you spot that there are some surgical equipment.
Okay. As in like scalpels, knives, things like that. I grab a couple.
Roll a d4.
D4? Okay. That's fine. That's easy. And if I get 4, can I just like wreck? Just kidding. It's I got 3.
Okay. You get 2 scalpels and a pair of surgical scissors.
Nice.
All right. You can pocket those items in whatever you would consider a pocket.
Yeah, I've got a little, got a little pocketioli. I've got 2, but one of them has a hole in it. That's fine.
For sure.
So yeah, I pocket them and then I run out into the hallway. And is there any way that I could like track the source of the voice? Obviously, it seemed kind of supernatural.
It felt... So, one, I think this is a good indicator. You communicated with Darianth psychically.
Yes.
And you communicated with this entity psychically.
So
it was different
yeah.
in that you could see the source with Darianth.
Yeah.
You couldn't see the source on this. And should you have not seen Darianth, it's possible you wouldn't know it was him. Unless by voice recognition alone. Right. Alluding to... Not really. Like it's kind of an effect.
Okay. So then I try and like I just sit there and I'm like, hello, whoever is there, can you help me, please?
Are you in the hallway?
Yes.
You two hear that.
I mean, do we see anything? Or
No.
it's just down the
It's
hallway?
just like a German voice coming from down a dark hallway.
I think I've met that guy before.
And
He's kind of
I
weird.
mean, he was incredibly nosy, but also a bit friendly.
I like friendly.
Not unlike yourself, I think. Well, I suppose.
I'm following you.
So, well, I don't know where I'm going. The
Well,
only
let's
place.
go that way.
Okay. Like Jolly's really like, I don't really know where we can talk besides my alcove, and I don't want to take him there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean there really isn't, right? Like you can kind of slink into this hallway, but like you are going to have people see you go in. It is going to be impossible to avoid that. But you can go into the hallway toward the infirmary toward where you met this strange, crypt keeper of sorts.
Sure. Sounds great.
He also seemed to have some sort of a job. So, like, maybe it would be good to talk to him and help him out. Maybe he could give us a leg up, perhaps.
You hear these individuals coming down the hall toward you, Wolfgang.
So it feels like, from Wolfgang's perspective, that, okay, these people are an answer to... He wasn't praying, but to whatever it was. To whatever it was. And so he just comes up to them and then he's like, hello, are you the ones who spoke to me? Did you give me this card?
No, but I have a card like that as well, and I know where they came from.
You know who had the card?
Jolly holds up his too. He's like,
yes, and I'm like, quick, touch them together.
can I see it magically? That would make sense.
You could give me an Arcana check.
I'm just gonna shrug and do it, just because why not?
This one's not terrible. 15.
Okay. You don't get the sense that there is a magical property to this item, but that's as far as that goes, right? You know that there is magical nature of this in some way, shape, or form, but not that it requires another addition to it, but that it can be activated in some way. Mm-hmm. You just don't know how.
Did I know that guy was a broker? Do I know what brokers are?
He was wearing a broker's outfit.
I know, but so we all are familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not unfamiliar with a broker. You just might not be interested in watching them from above because they're not super common, but they're almost always there.
Okay.
Right.
Jolly will not put his card forward, and he'll just be like, I don't think I got your name. No. I got your name.
Yes.
Your name. Yeah.
I'm Alon.
Alon. And your...
I'm Cyril.
Yes, okay.
Yes, pleased to meet you. Jolly, again, pleased to meet you. What was it that happened in your life where you are hesitant to put the card in the middle like the rest of us?
Suppose that is sort of a fair question, but also a very weird one. Okay.
I apologize. Is it normal for you to find cards in the middle of the air or something?
Okay, I'll put it in. He puts it in.
Form of broker. No? Right? Okay.
Maybe
it was worth a try.
Maybe try shape of. Maybe that would
shape
work.
of broker? Yes?
Give me a nothing. Nothing happens, right? You kind of hold it for just a second, and there's almost a vibration to these cards when they are touching, but not something's happening, but I don't know, magic item touching magic item type.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm it's hot. Oh wait, that is everything. And then I pick it up again, and I'm like, so where's the guy that you found?
Well, he obliterated. I forget if it's a demon or if it's a
devil.
A devil. He obliterated a devil that was about to murder me, and then he gave me this.
Great. And he disappeared.
And Krolax lifts up a 1 of clubs.
No.
And who is this friend?
This is the guy that tried to attack Cyril.
So
my ant friend, my
you
helpless
have
ant friend.
4, 3. No, I have 3. You have 2. You have 1. So, are there more?
Still smell like poop.
Yeah, he literally just pooped himself.
He's a demon, so he doesn't care.
My friend, would you like to add the card to the pile?
Do you speak Abyssal?
I speak Infernal.
Oh wait, do I speak Abyssal?
I do.
I do.
You do speak
I
Abyssal,
do.
so you could have understood Krolax this whole time.
I didn't. I guess I didn't try.
Yeah.
My short-sightedness.
He was distracted.
Okay.
It was biases that really got you.
I know.
I'm a little
He
racist
says-
You just
against
don't.
pigs.
In a very refined abyssal dialect.
Yes, I do not feel interested in procuring my card in that means.
And you all hear,
You what?
I don't want to.
You don't want to be a part of what? Our group? Is that?
Yes,
Well, then why'd you come over here?
just to show you that you're not better than me.
What is he saying?
I disagree with you on that, but let me tell them what you're saying.
You would,
Yeah.
swine.
So I just kind of shake my head and I'm a little taken aback, and I pass it along. He's saying he doesn't want to join our group, so I asked him why he came over here, and he just wanted to point out that he's better than all of us.
Are there possibly more people who have these cards? Also, what does it mean?
Perhaps he's passing them around like candy or something.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Have I ever seen a broker appear out of the thin air, hand me a card, eviscerate a bearded devil, and then zipper away into another dimension? Yes.
Oh, and what is the purpose of the cards?
I'm not telling you.
Why?
and runs away.
Okay, he says he has seen something like this before, and he just didn't want to tell us why. And then
Catch
Give me an
that
insight
piggy.
check.
okay,
Maybe you might tell him I have some gold
disadvantage.
glow here he could drink. You might
5.
bribe him.
It's a tough accent to read.
you want to try to?
Well, just
Barter with
mention to him, yes, I have gold glow here, I can make more. Perhaps he would trade information for a nice, refreshing drink.
Sure. I'll
He's
call.
running down the hall.
I'll call after him. Wait.
No.
Would you like some? We have some drink. We can trade for information.
Yeah, he immediate pivot.
What sort of drink?
Thought so. What's it called?
Well, before you tell him, I would prefer this kind of be kept on the down low. So, like,
I won't go any near you.
Well, would you rather me shout it down the hallway so everybody hears?
Yes. Your secrets mean nothing to me.
he's just being difficult.
Okay, just hand me the bottle and I'll.
No, I'm not giving it to you. It's called gold glow. Is that right?
Cold flow.
Gold flow. Gold glow is what comes out after.
Okay. I'm going to. Do I know what the name of this imp is?
No.
Okay, I'm going to call the imp, and I'm going to have it crawl on the ceiling above him and whisper. It's called Gold Flow.
Interesting.
Because I do want to keep it on the DL, and
Okay. You feel again that resistance, right? The imp is like walking on the top of the tunnel that leads down here, and like will like twitch a little bit as your voice is manifest out of its own mouth.
Do we see that?
Yeah.
Gold flow, you said? Imp?
yes.
Again, just like, yes. In your voice, right?
I've never heard of that.
Well, due to the lack of options, would you like a drink?
I cannot validate that it is in fact a drink.
I just need to remind you that's what you're all hearing.
how would you like to validate that?
By drinking it, of course.
Can he have a sip?
No, it's literally a shot. It's just a sip. I only have 3.
Can you take a sip?
No, that would kill me.
Oh.
This is only for devils and demons.
Does he understand common?
His eyes go wide, and then he starts running away.
But he would have also heard the second part. It's like it's just for devils and
I don't know if he did hear that.
Oh.
It's just for devils and demons.
All right. Well,
Okay, I would like
What
to.
did you say to him? Why is he running
it was
away?
what you said. Apparently,
I wasn't talking to him. I
understands
can't.
common.
Well,
So is he still in the hallway?
He's like out of the hallway. Like you weren't super far into the hallway to
No.
begin with. So he is now in the internment zone.
that's great.
Well, that's not great.
Do we need one? Do we need the one card?
Should we chase him, guys, or?
Well, we have to be careful chasing, but we should go after him.
I think maybe we should figure out if anyone else has these cards.
Do we just ask?
I mean,
Do you guys know anybody else in here?
I've had some dealings with God, who is the beard of the devil, but also some dealings with the. Let me pull up my notes here so I get their names right. Crap, it's not going to happen. It's those Tiefling brothers. It starts with a G. It's like Gathrax or Gathraz, or is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's those two. One of them. Maybe both.
I've never heard of them.
Probably
They're
not.
Pretty
Yeah.
big deals. Yeah.
Wolfgang's probably heard their names.
Yes.
Like the names are like if you have their name, you know them. Kind of.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Just like you said with Jolly earlier. Like
Yes.
Yes, I think they are a good option. I only think that we must do this quickly because my masters are maybe coming back with my brother, and it's a whole thing. But I think that we need to leave and find the man with the cards and do something because I can't stay here.
So, DM question.
mm-hmm.
If the imp flies, is that like a violation of some kind of a rule?
No, there's imps that kind of fly around in here.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to have him tag Corlax.
Very good. He's a little bit more interested in that. Like there's less resistance because it feels like getting away from you.
Oh, great. Okay.
How high are the theater booths of the brokers from my alcove?
Probably 200 feet.
Yep. Cool.
Oh,
Never mind.
I have an idea. Let us go into the main area and look at the brokers and Alon, you can look and see if you recognize the broker with the cards, because I think I can get up there.
Okay. That sounds like a great plan.
I mean, how do we do that without being spotted by all these people?
If he gave us the cards, I would imagine that we have permission to approach.
It seems that we have been afforded some kind of a protection.
I don't know about that. These are the 9 hills. It's not like
You
this
saw
is-
what happened.
Yes, but that is because he was protecting an investment. It wasn't because we can just go and grab the cookies from the cookie jar.
I understand
Cookies.
what you are saying, but
Jolly is going to definitely use a lot of food metaphors.
Cyril
Because
Cyril
that's what he's
says
thinking about.
cookies. And passes back.
iPad is back.
He burps. Just a little baby.
His little spit up.
All that like flubber.
I just kind of shake my head in a loving wave.
So, if I can ask, what is sort of your relation to this man?
only the card and
No, not you.
oh, what are you?
You keep doing that. I'm always talking to him.
Okay.
To the like bug like creature.
You get the vibe that it's like a similar tether situation
Oh,
to Cyril.
okay. There's just something about him. It might be. I'm gonna like cover his ears. He
doesn't have ears. He's an ant.
I'm still. You know what I mean? I'm like just covering where his ears should be, and I'm like he's kind of pitiful, and I appreciate his company.
I resent that, but you're not untrue.
Well, okay. Yes. So then we need to find the other cards. Maybe also get close to the broker. Look for him.
Yes.
It's a deck.
You said
break.
well. No, sorry. I'm thinking. You said you got the 4, right? And then it was 3, and then 2 and 1.
Fun.
So maybe looking for 5 that might have happened before.
And it was the one
you
of
got your
spades.
card.
There was also a one of clubs.
Oh, one of
so
clubs.
same
Clubs.
suit
Okay.
as what Joland got.
Okay.
Do we have time to look for how many cards are
I
there?
suppose you do not
50
have time.
something? Or
There are 52.
52?
So while they're talking, I'm just gonna like zone out and just go into the imp.
Okay. You see that Krolax is like going to his buddies. The two of them are also demons, and so they are speaking in Abyssal, and so it's just. But you hear that they're all very refined gentlemen.
I love that.
I dare say.
And so Krolax is like,
Yes, these dreadful folks down below. The bastard tripped me.
and the two guys with him are like,
Oh, dear sir. How are you? Yes, I'm truly dreadful.
and Krolax says,
Yes, I seem to be okay. Truly, no skin off my teeth. Isn't that right, old chap?
and they'll chuckle and chortle together.
He says, but I do seem to have received a boon. Perhaps it comes with a pact.
They said the name. And he'll draw out his card, and the two kind of take scholarly poses as they kind of observe it, and the one kind of looks around, and will kind of cast Identify on it. Well, I guess you wouldn't know that it's casting Identify, but his eyes kind of flare a little white, and he says,
Oh, yes. Are you sure that we are not being watched or pursued? Yes, I do believe we might be.
Should I roll a stealth check or something?
Yeah.
I don't know what imp stats are, but that's a 7.
No. I dare say that we are being pursued.
Oh.
Perhaps at a later date. The council of the gentlemen has been
They have a club
completed.
and they kind of disperse among the crowd, and he like pockets it into like a skin flap that he has. So he like removes part of his flesh and puts the card in there.
Nummy.
So I'm going to kind of convey that happened to you guys. Well, I sent my imp after Krolax, and it seems that he has some friends, and I don't know, he showed him the card. They're going to discuss it at a later time. So I'll...
Did the friend find out what it was from what you observed?
Can I roll like an Arcana check?
Yes, please.
So that's a 7. And that is a 23.
So 7.
Yeah.
I'm so
Love that you
proud
said
of your
that so
high rolls.
confidently when it was all lies. You get the sense that he cast something, but not entirely sure what.
I mean, just intuitively it seemed that he cast some kind of a spell too.
Maybe we are
what it
asking
was.
him what he learned, perhaps.
Yes, I do know what he looks like. I'd be happy to
Good.
point him out.
Ah,
Let us go make another friend, perhaps.
Okay. Do you head into the internment zone?
Oh yeah.
maybe we could go back to my place. Well, I will meet up with you in a second. I want to put away all my stuff. I sort of thought I was like leaving, but I guess not.
You have a place?
No. No.
Give me a deception check. You roll insight. I'm telling you, this is deception.
Yes.
And this is
Insight.
disadvantage still.
Oh yeah, for sure.
10.
11.
Wow.
I rolled a 10 and I have a plus 9.
I mean, he's a new guy, right? Like you don't have a bead on his tails yet.
Well, and I thought he was friendly, so
Right. He seems like a jolly
Yes.
individual.
I will meet you here in 5 hours. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, that was a reference to a movie.
no.
I will meet you here in about 5, maybe 20 minutes. I don't know how long.
Depends on how long it takes you to fall.
Well,
Well, I
okay.
have nowhere to be, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna watch you.
No, don't do that. Do you understand? See, I make this stuff, and the only way I can do that is if nobody knows where it is, because I don't particularly trust you yet.
I respect that.
Wow,
I
that's...
turn my back.
Okay. That's...
Cyril has eyes on
I know that.
the whole time. But you don't know that.
Okay, well, I will make my way up and deposit all my stuff. I'd probably keep like
You
a...
can't tell if he's. I mean, his eyes don't close. I guess.
I would probably keep like one drink of everything, just
On
in
you.
case. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, getting up again, no issue.
Okay. Blade board. Whoop. Take 6 seconds to do that, and then I will descend with an 11 or a 9 plus acrobatics 9.
You take half.
Oh, that's good.
10 reduced to 5.
Oh, thank goodness.
Would that have put you down?
No, but it is sucky.
Okay, when I hear him fall,
Oh.
Yeah, Cyril says, oh, there he goes.
I run over and ask, "Are you okay?"
Ah, yes, I'm fine. Call me the Winter's Fool every time. And just like,
You're the winter's fool.
no, that's... It's an idiom. Let's go before I make a bigger show and display for everyone to laugh at.
Wolfgang, where are you?
I'm just I'm along for the ride right now. Yeah, I don't much care. I'm actually just like kind of glancing back at the passage where I came from because I'm nervous. I'm like, okay, hurry, kind of thing.
Can I sense that? Is that like? I mean, because I was standing next to you for.
The whole
5
time.
minutes, yeah. Give me an insight. You can give me a persuasion or deception.
I'm not trying to hide it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Alright,
kind
yeah.
of like tapping
Yeah,
my foot.
plain as day, this dude is a stress case.
So maybe before I run over to you, I'm gonna ask, "Are you okay?"
Oh, what made you think that? Is
Probably
it
the first time
Is it
anyone's
the
asked
sweat
that.
on my brow, or yes, I'm not okay. I'm scared, and it will be okay.
I know that we're in the 9 hells and this is awful, but you seem a little more tense.
Yes, I don't know how you survived this far, but for me, it was being on the good side and being the good boy, but it is not possible now. So let me only say that this is a new experience, and I do not know how to deal emotionally with it.
Been here for like a week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, survival's hard here.
Yeah, because I had an amazing strategy before, but now it is kaput. But I have friends, and you will help me, yes?
We got your back, man.
Cyril.
Good. It was your response got me scared because it was quiet from you, but then this friend over here, wow, love it. Love the positivity.
You know me. I'm Cyril, and I'm a friend to everyone.
Yes, you are, Cyril. You're a good guy. Good guy.
Cereal. He botches his name.
Lol.
Cyril. I could eat all of you in the morning. Great.
Cereal.
Never gets old. Okay, then Jolly falls.
Yeah.
Hanging, like catching himself on hammocks on his way down, and then colliding with the ground.
I would say I had an idea. Perhaps we could identify some sort of common factor in all of the situations in which we received the card. What were you doing when you received the card?
Oh, I was cowering in my bed after making a fool of myself. Why? Why you ask?
After making a fool of yourself. What do you mean by that?
As in I tried to put my best foot forward and it blew up in my face. I was giving tea to some guests.
Oh, what were you doing? No, I saw. Was that?
Perhaps were you giving a cake to someone?
I was being quite heroic, I think.
Oh,
So it was the cake.
He saved my life.
wow. I was sort of just watching and thinking, trying to make a decision. Perhaps my line of reasoning was flawed. Maybe we just continue forward.
What were you thinking about?
What were you thinking? Well,
Thinking.
I just sort of I noticed the increased numbers of brokers. Have you noticed? There are many more. They're like quintupled, perhaps.
Quintupled.
Yeah. Or,
Can
normally there's like 3, but now there's like
It's-
25.
Since he pointed it out, it's probably easy for me to see. And be like,
Yeah. Plain as day.
Oh wow, lots of brokers. Is it party, holiday, something like that?
Perhaps it's a closeout sale.
Closeout sale on us, on the people here.
That is not good. We need to get out of here.
Oh no,
perhaps.
how much am I discounted?
I mean, but you want to leave because what happens with what they don't sell? They just throw it away.
Just throw it away. Everything must go.
Exactly.
Yes.
Do you think that our numbers are a rank
I mean,
and that I'm
perhaps.
second in line?
Or maybe the higher
I
the
don't think so
number.
because
No.
you were doing something way cooler than me. You fell and moved out of the way. I fell and not. Out
But
of
you
the
were
way.
looking very hard at things with your eyes. I'm sure that counts for something. Yes?
Well, let's go find that dretch.
Okay, we need answers.
All right. As you are milling about and trying to find Krolax, who has become very difficult to find, no perception check necessary. It feels like he is gone. Right.
What about
his
his
buddies?
piggy friends?
Give me perception checks on those guys.
Can I do investigation?
I mean, I don't know
Specifically
what they look like.
looking.
I'll give you a
Okay.
description if there's an adequate description.
Yeah. So they're
17.
Dang it.
they're all dretches. So they're
Nine.
all the piggies. Right.
Yeah. Is there like a unique identifier of the one that did the spell?
Sure. Yeah. This one has a
Monocle?
no, but there is a crease on his eye where a monocle would have been.
Okay.
Love it.
I'm like, it's a monocle. I only rolled a 7, so I
I got a 17.
I got a 9.
Wonderful. So Alon, you're the freshest, right?
Yeah.
You came in with probably like the last batch of prisoners, so you are the most fresh, right? You are equally exhausted, but it feels less so,
My
right? Like
brain-
you see
Yeah.
that they are more beleaguered, right? And you spot a dretch just kind of using his bottom maw to like scrape out a hole in the wall.
It's that one. I don't know how you guys want to go about it, but we could just try asking. I could just try asking.
Okay. I cannot speak to them, so.
Would I know this guy?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, go for it.
So I'm gonna walk up.
He's humming like a tune that sounds like guitar strings rubbing on each other, like just like a. But he seems to be enjoying it.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up to the side of him so that he can see me.
Okay.
I don't want to surprise him. And
I say, old boy, what are you doing?
well, Dretch, I require information.
And you, elf, will have none of it.
Why? You haven't even heard my proposal.
But I don't particularly like being called my race.
What? I don't know how else to identify you. It wasn't an insult.
Clearly it was. I am
is your,
insulted.
okay, what is your name? I'm sorry.
Much better, boy. Learn manners. My name is Drolax.
Drolax, very nice to meet you. I'm Alon.
Okay.
Sure.
Have you heard about the cards?
No.
I know you have.
Okay, yes. You found me out.
If you can provide me with information, I may be able to get you a nice drink. It's pretty much all the bargaining power I possess, I say in common.
Yes, well, I understood that as well.
He knows like lots of languages, I'm sure.
You get the sense like these guys probably speak multiple languages, right? Like they're
Very intelligent.
Yes. But in like a particular
He went
range.
to Yale.
I distracted myself. What did you say?
I basically just said, if you can provide me with good information.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drink. I am quite parched.
As we all are.
Yes, well, me more than you, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yes, I am all things more than you.
Definitely.
Continue your pitch.
So I really am just playing along,
Yes, of course.
I know something of these cards, but I won't reveal it unless I have this cotton mouth. I say, removed.
Okay, I'm going to look at Jolly.
Oh, we're there. I thought he like went.
I
ahead of
did,
us.
like I'm looking over at you,
Oh,
and I'm probably just gonna.
Jolly gives a thumbs up, not really knowing like
Yeah. What's that signal?
oh, you want me to come over there? Okay.
Yeah, and I follow at like 15 feet away.
Are you still carrying Cyril?
Yes.
So Cyril's like over your shoulder just listening.
Jolly. In order to get information, we're going to have to provide something up front, and I'm happy to make it up to you somehow in the future.
Something up front. Well,
When I say something, I mean a drink
yes.
from you.
No, but the dang, I'm trying not to metagame. See, how about I show him the drink, and then he can make his choice. So I'll pull out like a cup of cheap ale.
Drolax, here is what we have to offer. Give us.
What is the vintage?
The vintage.
I roll my eyes.
I don't say anything.
What is the vintage?
Vintage. There is no vintage.
It was brewed here.
It was brewed yesterday.
It was brewed yesterday.
It's likely swill. My refined palate deserves better.
It does, but where are you going to get better?
I can't.
And he lets out a tear that sizzles immediately.
Drolax, I'm perfectly happy to give this to you. I need to know that you do know something though before I do.
I studied in the abyss, in the arcane college of where we...
And you guys actually hear in common.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I heard that one.
I am a clairvoyance savant.
Oh.
Naturally, I didn't see me ending up here.
Beyond me.
So, I know what it is.
Okay. He says he's a clairvoyance savant and that he's.
Can I think about what does that mean
Can
particularly?
I do an insight check?
Insight if you want. Arcana for you, Jolly.
Cool.
Sounds like.
Dang it. 3.
7.
I'm in clairvoyance is a school of magic.
Cool.
I have no idea.
So
Do you believe?
Sounds like he does magic.
I believe that he
magic
is,
good. He magic's good. Yes.
it seems that he's telling the truth.
Okay.
So
So,
we should just give it a shot.
but like,
How valuable is this to you?
I mean, it's really hard to get in here. I have to like be friends with God, and sometimes that's kind of scary because it's
Gut
not.
has stopped killing.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He's
See?
taken the cart and is like,
Like,
leave.
look at that. There's just like
over
dead bodies.
I put over and say, look, he's calm now. He's fine.
That's the
He's
guy
not such a
that
bad friend.
diarrheaed on everybody.
Yes, that was. Well,
It is easy to be friends with someone for benefits, so just give us a ale now and we get more later.
so
yeah?
you are saying that I am friend with benefits with God?
In a way, yes.
Just here, take the ale. It's okay.
Good.
He, in a single gulp, just sucks that thing down.
How was it, Drolex?
Will you come close, that I may whisper in your ear?
I'm gonna make the imp do it.
It really doesn't want to. Yeah, it's like flapping, like trying to fly against its own wings as it's like being drawn closer to the mouth of this dretch. As it opens, there's like the spittle between its teeth. And its breath is like steamy. As it says,
I don't think I've ever had a better cup of anything in my life.
I'm gonna tell you that.
Huh.
This toilet swill will be a reason that I live for a long, long time.
He says it's gonna make him live longer.
I mean, it's alcohol. It shouldn't really do that. But okay.
Great. Well, I assume you'll be forthcoming with your information.
Yes, the card is a magical item. It is not indicative of the number, sort of. The number and the suit have meaning, though they do not wear yet, I'll say. It's more of an arcane invitation of sorts.
And keep going.
This invitation is also inhibiting in the way that it can be interpreted magically.
How do we go about accepting this invitation?
I dare say you have. Right? It's in your hand.
Where's Krolax?
My idiot sister is elsewhere.
Well, I dare say.
I thought his chest was abnormally large.
That busty broad.
Sorry, say what you said again. Where? She.
Elsewhere. I don't know.
And so I'm guessing you're relaying all
Yes,
this.
yes.
Although you probably speak common, so like I might not understand, but
Well, like after I tell you guys what.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Krolax. That's all I got from that.
Wow.
So in order to use these cards, is it necessary to find your lovely sister? Or can we do this just us with the card and the broker? Or what?
If I'm being perfectly frank, I do not believe that my wretch of a sister is any role in your acceptance of the invitation. In fact, I don't know if they matter at all.
So we are considered individually.
Yes.
rather than together. Okay. And how do we accept this?
That I was inhibited in understanding.
Okay. So you are only so smart up to a point. I understand. Okay.
Hey,
Good.
Hey.
your directness is refreshing until it is soured.
Yes, I am sorry. It is where I come from. We say, do not step around the issue because it's a bad thing. We aren't very good at sayings.
Those kinds of sayings and idioms are bad.
Yes, we also have that saying as well.
I'm sure you do. But anyway, be off. I'm eating.
Well, 1 second. Are the suits maybe indicative of the broker that has selected us?
Oh, that is a good question. It was not revealed to me. However, there might be something to that.
Okay.
I will offer him another cup of ale and say, to our continued collaboration.
I will take that. Happily.
Yes.
Single gulp.
Perfect.
This was much less good. Now that I've had it a second time.
Okay, well, when you get thirsty again, you know where to find me.
I
And,
don't.
Okay, well, you can look. I'm not telling you.
You'll see one of the three of us, and that's how you'll know.
That's
Probably.
fair. You do stand out like sore big toes.
Yeah, being kind of blue will do that.
Also, aren't lemurs like
Yeah,
half,
still everywhere. Just
there's like, well, aren't they just like half our size?
yeah.
So we're just like the only people actually walking around. It's like the teacher in like kindergarten nap time. It's like them.
Well, I guess
There's like some tieflings and like some of the elemental type creatures
Yeah.
are like big, but like even the dretches, right? They're like 3.5, 4 feet tall, right? So even Wolfgang is 1.5 feet taller than most other things.
Hey, 5'6" isn't bad. Okay, guys,
Thank you.
calm down.
Feel
I'm
validated.
just a freaking giant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a yes. Good call out.
Also, I was thinking, can we step away from the dredge?
Yes, he's gonna go back to keep eating the wall.
Okay, cool.
Enjoy your meal, friend. Goodbye.
Is he digging a tunnel out? Is that
we are
possible? Not your friend.
That's a shame. And I say to you guys, if he had been a friend, maybe we could do some sort of great escape type scenario, but I don't see that happening. So maybe we just have to find the broker. Alon, do you see him up in the balconies anywhere?
I assume that it's too high for me just to like see faces. So I'm gonna have the imp fly up. Let me check.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
The imp will fly up, but it feels a resistance once it reaches a certain distance. That like getting up further, like it's about 100 feet above the floor, that it feels
And how far away are the brokers?
like another 150, 200 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like 200 feet up?
Yeah.
Like, or more? Wow.
Yeah, there's some kind of a resistance that's keeping the imp from going farther.
Okay.
As you begin kind of sidling up to your thoughts and sorting out like that interaction and the baggage that was just revealed in Krolax's gender reveal, you hear a
Feel it?
it's more like a hearing, and then you feel it on the ground below, as from the wall, a sort of platform extends over the internment zone, and a monstrous pit fiend is standing on top of this platform. The pit fiend raises a sort of wand, to its mouth and begins to roar out orders. Does anyone speak Infernal?
I do.
All right. So you hear Jolly and Alon, a sort of like parcel tongue-esque, like hissing and spitting, but also kind of sounds like flames in the back of the throat. As the pit fiend is, blood red, giant wings. It's got a monstrous club in one hand, horns that kind of come up and back in true devilish form. And it roars out, "You have been called to fight."
Wait, is he talking to us?
Just generally.
Okay. I wait for the next. I'm assuming he's not waiting for a response, right?
See me in the pit if you wish to get noticed.
I relay that to them. I'm like, guys, this might be a moment.
A lot of the fiends and like true devils begin to hoop and holler and like get excited, almost like you've walked into like a monkey cage, right? Mm-hmm. Just like like an excitement and an attention, as like even the lemurs are like, whoa, like getting like riled up. And even though you don't understand it, there is like almost like you are being like inspired of sorts to fight. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw. You can choose to fail it.
Oh, that is a dirty 20 and a 19.
Dirty one.
17.
A dirty one.
Dirty one.
This is not a disadvantage. It's just on checks.
Oh.
It's well, my first
20.
one
Your
was
first one was a 1.
a 2.
Oh, okay.
And I have a -1 wisdom.
Hey, that's awesome, man. I really love that for you.
Dude.
You feel like your heart rate go up and your blood pressure spike. You've had, I'm going to guess, a heart attack at some point in your life that was like and then like gets going again. Like,
I mean, I don't know if Jolly would have had that because he's generally been like a pretty, but he's definitely had moments where it's just like, oh, whoa, kind of an idea.
yeah, you get that.
Yeah.
That kind of you feel your consciousness almost start to slip a little bit as like this pain in your chest comes, and then it is immediately replaced with like a excitement, and your adrenaline spikes. What'd you get?
I got a 17.
Okay.
30-20.
Do you fight off this urge?
I do. Yeah.
I do too.
Okay. You feel around you this tension start to rise and well up, and people start making a break for the pit.
You see Jolly just like, I think this is where my time has come.
Do we see Krolax?
You do. She's making her way.
Okay. I think we have to either stop Jolly or join him. Okay, I guess we go. Let's go.
Cyril
Vincent.
has hopped off your back and he's taken off.
Okay, I guess
that made my
the
decision.
choice is not ours.
He's like skipping like a little happy. He'll even jump up and do like a little heel click. He's like, oh boy, this is so fun. I'm really excited for this.
Is this Pinocchio? Like he's just like gone to that one island and been turned into a donkey?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're following.
Yeah, we're going with them. So I'm like, and I'm pretty quick. So like I like catch up to Jolly. I'm like, hey, so what's the plan here?
The plan is to go and fight.
And
Maybe we'll figure it out when we get there. I don't know.
Do we feel the cards changing as we're entering the pit?
What do you mean?
So before you said they're kind of humming with some kind of arcane energy.
When they were touching each other, right? Like so, like the magical items have like a
It's like two
Feel
folks vibrating on each other.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
like they're attuned to a specific wavelength,
Sure.
right? When they're colliding, it's
More noticeable.
yeah.
Okay.
Are you like? Do you have your card out? Like, what's?
Yeah, I'd probably pull it out as I'm running just to like see if there's any kind of a change. You know,
Okay.
if I'm feeling the arcane energy being pulled towards this.
Yeah, not anything like that you can pick up on.
Okay.
As you are heading down the hallway that leads to the pit, the floor turns to like an obsidian, almost like a glass texture, and that texture is like very firm the closer it is to the internment zone, and then it turns to sand
Is it
as it
still
goes
hot?
away. It gets cooler as you leave the internment zone and head toward the pit. This area is normally closed off by a giant iron door that glows red hot at all times, but this door has also fallen down. You get the sense that it's like a kind of a deal, right? And as you head in, there's like the sand, and it is cool. None of you have shoes, and so the cool sand in your toes is incredible. Jolly, I need a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Okay. I think also Jolly going to 14 on both.
Okay. Still fail. This is more exciting.
Yeah, Jolly would immediately like almost dive into the sand and like do a snow angel and just be like, "Yes, this is me."
For context, an earth genasi is made out of stone, so it's effectively like swimming in a pool of human blood for humans.
Yes, very pleasant.
I love this.
Not quite, but it's a funny image.
Basically.
So are we like in a Colosseum type setting? Like,
For sure.
okay,
Yep.
that's fine.
As you enter the pit, it is a perfectly circular room. The walls are made out of this obsidian, but they are perfectly smooth obsidian. So there is intentionally no handhold or any way to climb up the walls. The sand is fairly thin. There's like a 1/4 inch of the sand across the floor, and so there is like a dampening effect. But the floor itself is firm underneath it. At the center is like an iron chest. The chest has chains and it's shackled closed. And around the top, you see that the majority of the brokers are filtering in to a new upper veranda above the pit. The pit fiend is on top of the pit over it, flapping his wings, flying above, kind of chuckling to himself, like looking very happy.
Okay, I'm looking around. I'm guessing most of the people have filtered in at this point.
Yeah. I like to imagine that you guys are kind of on the tail end of things, as like, Jolly's probably up near the front as you're like going to catch up with him.
Yeah.
But there are like a lot of the lemurs aren't fast enough to like make it in, and so like as you're passing them, they're like, oh. Just like sad that they're like recognizing they're not going to be able to get into this fight, as if they do anything.
I guess blob.
But there are a couple of lemurs in here still. Like they're just covered in sand. Like their skin is like kind of a wet, flop,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so they are like just covered in this sand already pretty immediately. There's a couple of tieflings in there. All 3 of the dretches are in the pit. There's a couple of fire elementals, 1 or 2 earth elementals, and so it's kind of a broad array. And then there's this chest in the middle. The pit fiend, he kind of roars down again. Get across the side. And they start going kind of
Lining
to the
it.
walls.
That's the side.
So I go right next to Jolly.
And I'm next to them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the imp.
Are you guys
on
ready
my
for
shoulder.
this?
Is cereal here? I need my bowl of cereal.
Give me a perception check.
I failed.
I'm gonna look too.
That was a 5. I rolled a 3 and then I rolled a 2. So
That's 7.
Yeah. You actually can't see Cyril. in here.
gosh,
How does that feel?
pretty bad. I feel like I just lost my little sibling or something.
He was so excited coming in here, you know.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Just in the horde, I just like lost track of him, and also trying to see Jolly and trying to stick with them because I admittedly feel a little bit more safe with competent people.
The pit fiend yells out, "Order!" And everyone kind of like calms down a little bit, and you feel your blood start to cool off a little bit. Not to a point where like I'm not invested in this. I'm just like I am obedient. Yeah, let's see. I'm curious. One of the tieflings doesn't calm down. He's like pretty excited still. And
It's like Yahoo!
oh, guys, we're gonna fight, dude. Dude, we're gonna freaking and like this little Moor next to him is like, dude, we're gonna freaking wreck some dudes. And a mace just falls from above and just smashes this dude to smithereens. And the Lemur's like, order. And everyone else kind of simmers down a little bit as the mace kind of levitates back into his hand. It's just like his legs and arms are remaining. The rest is like this paste underneath the
like,
mace.
In like the splat, it just says like, dude.
It's like a finger like twitches.
All right, man.
Rock on. And the chest begins to glow like red hot as some of the chains that are binding it closed start to heat up, and some of them start to splinter and crack until the chains fully melt and break and shatter in some cases, falling to the ground. And the top of the box, it's a perfect box. The top opens up and then falls to the ground as the other pieces of the box open in turn, revealing a treasure hoard of weapons, like a weapons cache. There's clubs, there's maces, there's some flails, an occasional crossbow, some short swords, daggers, tridents, some shields, and that's what you see. Give me a perception check, if you will. If you're looking for any particular type of equipment, or if you're looking for reactions.
This is the one.
I got a dirty 20 and then a nat 20.
That's
my third one
So
today.
still at disadvantage. I got
so cool.
an 8.
An 8?
I'm looking for a bow.
Yeah. You get the sense that there are bows in there. What are you looking for anything?
I mean, Jolly would, at this point, probably be. He would have wanted armor, but like, it's like, oh, it's a bunch of weapons. Great.
You see a shield.
Shield is good.
Dirty 20, what are you looking for?
I trained with a trident as just like an ancestral martial art, so maybe never like practically, but that'd be what I'm most comfortable with.
There's one that's pretty close
Okay.
to you. And you know that there's a bow in there. You know that there's a shield in there. I'm going to need, as a gong rings out, Jolly, your heart rate spikes as you are pushed into battle. I need everybody to roll initiative. Jolly, you'll have yours at advantage.
Oh, that is
Is it just straight roll?
Sweet.
Straight roll.
Okay.
18.
Not bad.
Okay.
Advantage didn't help, but was nice.
I got a 20.
of
I get
course.
an advantage on the initiative. Not advantage, but
Of
I get
course
a
you
plus
do.
2. I
Of
get a
course
plus
you
2.
do. Don't worry. My ability to use leatherworkers tools will come in handy.
I believe this.
Probably not here.
Alon, what'd you get?
12.
12.
Also, my inventory of fishing tackle and mess kit definitely integral to this fight, even though I don't have those.
Alrighty. Okay, first act. Wolfgang.
Okay, so since it's my first turn, I have 45 feet of movement.
Yeah.
How far away is this again?
So you're probably about 15 feet from this box.
Well, that's wunderbar. So I'm going to... And how high up are the walls on like the sides of the Colosseum?
Yeah, you get the sense that it's probably 100, 150 feet up.
Okay, interesting. So I would like to run.
Okay.
I go 15 feet. And can I find a bow and arrows?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay, let's do this.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, this is basically Hunger Games. Come
I
on,
love
please. Oh, god dang, that's a 1. Heaven help me.
You grab a stringed thing, and it's a harp.
Okay. Cool. Do I have... So was that an action? Or a
It's
bonus?
free.
That's
You could use your action to then search again.
I would like to do that.
Okay. Let's get some tunes.
Okay. Some tunes? You want some tunes?
Yeah, I want some tunes.
Want some tunes?
I want some tunes.
Like cartoons or like car tunes.
Okay, investigation. 14.
Sorry.
You find a short bow.
Great.
And 3 arrows.
I'll take it. Okay.
Okay.
So that was my action. I did 15 feet. I have another 30. I'd like to go back to the wall and spider climb up 15 feet.
You do so.
Yes.
What does that look like to other people?
It looks real. You know the type of ghost that's in The Grudge, like the movie?
Sure.
There's like a name for it. I forget what it is. Like the Korean ghost thing. And like as soon as he gets to the wall, it looks kind of like,
Yeah.
And then like once he's like 15 feet up, he kind of like flips around, puts his back to it with his legs kind of underneath him. And then he would usually have shot, but he used his action. So what he's going to do is he's going to cast a spell as a bonus action called Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And that triggers on your next attack, right?
So yeah, it's concentration where basically I don't provoke opportunity attacks, but I can use it for 1 weapon attack, which I'll probably use for this next one. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. All right. Quick as a flash, you see this, creepy mutton-chopped man blitz into the fray before everyone else. Right. So you are far and away the first one to get to this crate. As you grab this bow, after a little bit of time, as others are starting to come and climb onto the box to find it, and you kind of dodge your way around out of people and climb up onto the wall.
That's awesome.
Horrifying.
Great.
Jolly. It's your turn.
So I would like to move forward towards the shield.
Okay. Fairly easy. Yeah.
Do I find it?
Yeah.
Cool. Can I equip it?
Yeah.
Beep. Who is around me?
Yeah. Immediately to your right is a lemur that moved so fast. Faster than any lemur has ever moved in the history of ever.
He's right next to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are there more people around me?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone is moving in toward this box, right?
I think actually before I would have gotten the shield, I would have moved forward, wait till there's a fair number of people around me, and then just done sword burst. Actually, hold on. Does that require... No, it's just verbal. So just and then purple energy up my legs, and then it just turns into this compass of opalescent blades just around me, just really quick.
Okay. For max effect, you could not run to the center,
Okay.
and you could run to this along the sides
Okay.
to basically pin some other people against you.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'd do that. And what you would also see is Jolly like reach inside his shirt and like grab something and like kind of like crush it a little bit, and then after when he's done, he like, and it seems like it's back.
Yeah, I like that.
Just for the artificery of it.
Yeah.
So it would be a Dex save on all the people around me.
We'll see. You got 4 of them around you.
Cool.
And the 3 5s. So they all fail.
Cool.
So there's a lemur, a tiefling, and an earth elemental.
Okay, so they all take. I need you to roll a rule on this dice here. I rolled it, and you can see it, but you can't. It's that one. All right. 2. I gained 1 extra point, so
Better.
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So the lemur is immediately eviscerated.
Yep.
You get the sense that they're walking around with a hit point.
Sweet.
And the tiefling and the earth elemental obviously takes 1. So it is resistant to that type of damage.
It's a force damage?
Oh, it's force.
Yes, it is.
That's important.
It is force damage.
Okay, so the tiefling and the earth elemental both take it. The tiefling kind of flashes literal fire out of its eyes, like excited, like, "Oh, dude, you messed up, dude."
Probably.
And then the earth elemental just gravel.
And then can I get the shield?
You could leave to go get the shield.
Oh. Dang.
Oh, did I sucker you into something? Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill him.
Expeditious retreat as a bonus action, and I still leave.
Okay, very well.
And to get a shield, and I have now a shield. And is the shield considered so as part of my? Let's see. I think it was.
I think it's an action to like imbue your armor.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Okay. So then I'm just going to leave it as +1, but I'll just remember the armor class is 12, not 13 right now.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, very good. It is now the Dretches. You see that the 3 of them are together and they're like holding hands. And then as they like take off toward the center. 19 on the die. You see that Drolax is going and grabs some sort of staff from the pile and begins to like swirl it overhead. And there's a flame elemental right by him that he's going to cast a 2nd level ice knife at. Good. Hit. All right, and then it explodes. All right, the lemur next to the fire elemental is eviscerated as the ice knife explodes. I don't know why I rolled a save against that. And the flame elemental like takes that ice knife in the chest, and it like starts to coalesce a little bit, revealing its true form behind the fire. And it takes a good chunk of damage from that. Krolax.
Is the 3rd dredge a?
Rolex.
I was just
No.
gonna say. Okay.
You didn't get his name, so
Is
you
he
don't.
Frolax?
You don't
He's
get to
black?
know.
He's just like.
Oh, no.
We're canceled.
Well.
Edit that out.
No. I'll just do it again.
Stop. You see that Krolax reaches into her breast flap and pulls out her card and crushes it in her hand, and nothing happens. But like there's an air of like,
I know.
I've got this figured out, right? And you even hear her say,
Yes, I do believe you'll regret this day.
Who?
She's just like saying this to nobody.
You will regret this.
And nothing happens. And she like looks around like really scared. And she'll just grab whatever and pick up a little hand axe and like prep for people to come after her. The other one is going to trip and fall, impales themselves on a spear. A spear was like propped up on like all the weapons as it was falling out, and it like trips and it just like rams itself into the chest, and it's just like, brother.
Unnamed
and it
lax.
dies. That was it. And yeah, he's dead. Alon.
Okay. So the chest is kind of surrounded at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much space between the walls and the chest anyway.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to. Is there anybody specifically around the trident that I saw?
No.
Okay. I'm running for it then.
Okay, very well. You are able to grab it.
Okay.
You are immediately in melee with. So I guess there is somebody near it, but they're not going for it, right?
Okay.
There's a tiefling that's currently in combat with another like earth elemental type.
So would he get an opportunity attack if I retreated?
You could also flank this tiefling with the earth elemental.
I would
though.
like to do that. And then does that just give me advantage on? Okay. I'll go ahead and just Eldritch Blast him then.
So that's a range spell, so you'd be
Oh.
at disadvantage. So you what
So
it
straight
would look
roll?
like is you could grab the trident
Yeah.
and like ram it into the tiefling
I'll
on
do
your
that.
way out, or try an eldritch blast him.
I'll do that. I'll do the trident. It's an 18 to hit unless I add anything.
Yeah, for sure it hits.
Okay. Just a d6. That's 3 damage.
Plus your let's see, is that Dex mod?
Sure.
We'll call it that.
Yes, please. 7.
All right, 7 points of damage as this tiefling takes the trident in the back. You sever its spine through the middle of its like mid back, and it like goes limp on your trident.
Am I able to say something that isn't in my bonus action? Can I like say something as I'm doing this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and recruit the Earth Elemental, or the Fire Elemental.
It's an earth elemental.
Okay, Earth Elemental.
Do you
Like
speak
as a-
primordial?
No, but I'm just gonna say something in common, just see what happens.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stab it and just say, "Help me, and we'll both survive."
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay.
It's at disadvantage anyway, but
That's a 17, and that is a 16.
incredible. You see him hesitate a little bit.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm commanding the imp. Who else is around me?
Around you is like another handful of lemurs.
Do I see either of them in combat?
You can see that Jolly is kind of near the side.
Or Cyril?
Give me a perception check.
Cereal.
So that is a 14, and that's a 7.
Okay. You don't see Cyril.
Okay, so sorry, you said...
Yeah, so you see Jolly is kind of on the side, and you saw, I mean, Wolfgang, before you could even really move, was already above you with a bow.
So if anybody attacks me, then I'm going to have the imp hold its action to sting.
Very well.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Next is the elementals. The earth elemental is going to try and punch you.
Okay, that's fair.
15 to hit.
Yes.
Right. But it does trigger
Yeah.
the imp to attack. So go ahead and roll for that attack.
Okay.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as its stone fist collides square in your chest.
Okay, that's a 14 to hit.
It hits.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So it gets stung. Crap. For 4 damage. Oh, and it must make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh. Love that. Love that.
Okay.
DC 11.
So it's resistant to piercing damage and immune to poison.
Ah. Okay. Well, that was useless then.
But it did take some damage.
Yeah, it took 1. Right?
2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whopping
Okay.
2.
You said 8 for me, right?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Another fire elemental takes 2 Lemur in its hands and just like sets them on fire. They're resistant to fire damage, but it just turns them to ash anyway. And then the earth elemental next to you, Jolly, is going to take a punch at you.
Yeah.
Sorry, you ran away
Yes.
to grab your shield.
To get the
So
shield.
he's going to close the distance, risking an attack of opportunity from the tiefling.
Cool.
The tiefling hits
Yeesh.
with just his bare hand because he hasn't gotten a weapon yet, dealing 1 point of damage because it's negligible. And then the earth elemental is going to go and just try and punch you.
I dare it to. I'm wearing no armor. So
Nat 20.
Oh.
this is not good.
Oh no.
What kind... I should have done Blade Ward. What kind of damage is it?
Bludgeoning.
Okay, continue.
It's a punch from a rock.
I was just thinking...
It's not going to be much else. That's 5 points.
Oh.
On a nat 20?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
They're not all built the same.
Is this like the mud earth elemental? Just getting slapped with like...
Yeah.
Brother, we are like distant cousins. Why are you punching me?
You don't speak primordial?
No. No, I don't. I speak Common, Dwarvish, and Gnomish.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it just...
Or maybe it sounds a little bit like...
That's exactly what it sounds
Yes.
like. Thank you. Okay, the tiefling is then going to run up behind him again, grabbing a sword from the side of the thing and going to stab at the earth elemental with advantage because it's got flanked with you. That hits. The sword kind of cuts through, and the earth elemental just kind of becomes
Oh, this
incorporeal
was
and
not a
dies.
problem. Jolly's like, oh, good. And then, like, the earth elemental, like, falls away and the tiefling's like, ah!
Yeah, and then you see the
He's like,
tiefling
"Oh,
like
no."
holding a sword. Yeah, cool. A tiefling.
It's okay.
Yep, something happens.
Oh.
All right, that brings us
I felt
to
it. I felt it.
Wolfgang.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I can't do Hunter's Mark right now because I'm concentrating on the Zephyr Strike, but I am going to fire an arrow.
Are you looking for an elemental, a tiefling, a lemur?
I'm going to see who is...
From your vantage point,
Yes.
you can see that Cyril has a sword through his belly from behind.
Let's fight that person that's fighting Cyril.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to shoot that person. Let's do... Okay, that's 19 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, and then let's do... For damage... Okay, I got an 11.
Yeah, dead.
Great.
Where are you aiming on this tiefling?
For this tiefling, I was aiming right for, like, the head. So
Yeah, it's like so from the side, right? Like you can see that like Cyril's kind of like, and the tiefling like has a sword up and he's like trying to lift him up, but like again, this guy's like weirdly heavy. So like the tiefling was trying to like triumphantly like, yeah, I got him, you know, but he's like, oh, what?
Like how the tieflings are total surfer bros.
Dude, what?
Dude, I got you.
Why is this dude so heavy, bro?
Have I been focusing too much on legs?
And couldn't possibly.
No way.
As an arrow just kind of zips through like his temple, like through both temples. He's like, bruh, and falls back as the sword like kind of falls out of Cyril's body, and they both collapse to the ground.
So I call over to Alon being like, Alon, Cyril, he's spilled. And I like point towards where he is so that
Okay.
it just basically
Well,
yeah.
anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Great.
Yes. Well, you know what? I'll climb up another 15 feet just to be safe.
Sure.
Just to be safe. Okay.
Jolly.
Are there any people in between? Well, I guess I have Expeditious Retreat. Is there like a clump of people, like a huge clump of people that maybe Jolly could just be like, Thunderwave?
Not. Give me an Arcana check.
Yes. 8 or a 7, and his Arcana is actually +4, so 11.
You remember something about thunder and earth elementals.
Oh yeah, so that would be very smart.
And there's two. There's one by Alon and one kind of like in between that elemental and then that tiefling that just killed Cyril.
Okay.
Okay.
Just killed Cyril. Well, Jolly would be like, those guys had the cards, so I probably want to keep them alive. They were nice. So he'll go over towards like the earth elemental. I'm assuming they're kind of like up against the wall, and like.
So they're in the middle.
Oh.
You're kind of like in between the box and the wall, right?
So like, I just imagine Alon like the earth elemental's about to hit him, and Jolly just comes and like pushes Alon, and then just like stamps the ground, and energy goes up his leg, up his arm into the shield, and then he smacks the shield with his other arm, and like you can see like vibrations of energy, like specifically like opalescent, like colored energy, emanate out in a 15-foot cone.
Great.
As he casts.
Yeah, you can get two earth elementals in that cone, and then a lemur and another tiefling.
Cool. So the lemur is just like.
Yeah.
Cool. So that would be a Constitution saving throw.
What's your DC?
DC is 14.
Okay, half if they succeed. Or nothing.
On a successful, half as damaged, half as much.
Okay.
So that is 8 and 5. So 13 and a half if they saved. If they didn't save, they're pushed 10 feet away.
Okay. Both take 26 points of damage, and they are turned to dust.
Yes. I thought they were like cousins. Dang it.
They might have been.
Well.
The other tiefling takes half, and it's on like death's door.
Uh-huh.
The lemur are
Pulp.
evaporated.
Yes.
Yeah. Solid.
Yes.
Very solid. Yeah, and then I think like the reverberations kind of echo off of the walls, right? Because it like makes a super loud sound that can be heard from like 300 feet or something like that. Odd thing. So it's like a thunder crack in here that like also disturbs the sand, where like the sand kind of just vibrates out. You have like a whirlpool effect around your feet.
That's super cool.
And then they're gone.
Do I see like everyone else looking at me like I just painted a big target on my back maybe?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
It's my turn.
The dretches. Krolax is going to like with the axe in her hand, like try and like flatten out the card as her action. And fails. Like she like rips the card. Like it's a magic item, but it like tears.
Oh.
And she's like panicking, like,
Oh no.
I forget that it's like an old man.
What have I done?
And she'll just like collapse into a heap and just like start crying. And the other Drolax is going to go and try and pick their friend off of this spear. On a nat 1.
Yeah.
They fall on the spear as well.
Oh no, let me see oh my gosh, what have I done? On the same spear.
Maybe like right when the thunder wave comes.
Yeah, they're like pulling the brother Dretch off as the thunder wave goes off, and it's like, oh damn. And the spear like impales him in the chest, and he's like,
I've been mortally wounded.
and is on death's door.
Wow.
Alon.
Okay, so I imagine, like, cinematically, I see Wolfgang like, "Hey, Cyril," and then I just get, just kind of, or like that happens.
Yeah, you get like shoulder checked out of the way, basically.
Sure. So I stand up and try to orient myself. Can I see where Cyril is?
Yeah, I mean, he literally just carved a clear path through.
All right, so I'm running over to Cyril yet again. I'm gonna try and revive him as my action.
Hey, friendo.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm not feeling great.
Yeah, I can see that. And how does his wound look?
Bad.
Mortal. All right. What can I do to? Can I? It's like a medicine check just to see if I can. So is this in his chest? You said.
Yeah.
And I have limited bandages. I have 0 bandages.
You have no bandages. You have some weapons.
I'm gonna cauterize his wound. I'm gonna try.
How?
Prestidigitation to heat the metal.
Interesting. Okay. You do so. He was semi-conscious. He's making death saves, right? You know, for flavor's sake, he was communicating a little bit.
Sure.
Unconscious, immediately fails a death save.
Okay.
And he's going out. You can make a medicine check.
Straight.
Uh-huh.
Dirty 20. It was almost a 1.
Cyril's never gonna die.
Okay. I have an offer.
Okay.
See if this changes your decision.
Tell me.
You can sever your tie and successfully save Cyril if you instead choose to bind to him over the imp.
Ooh, real Sophie's choice over here, huh?
Oh no.
It's a Cyril's choice.
Cyril's choice. What kind of cereal do you want? Raisin bran?
I choose to save Cyril.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
It
I
like-
love that.
It like there's a part of my brain that thinks about the power and stuff, but then it like ultimately comes back and I'm like, you know, I'd rather him survive. I can always re-recruit. So I unbond the imp. Oh great.
That was a Cyril's choice. No,
Does-
that didn't work. I was trying to say serious choice.
Man, it must have been really hard letting go of that imp. It seemed impractical.
It was also
You mean-
very impressive.
Or important.
Impressive choice.
Important to you.
But don't ask us, we're impartial.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, very
I
well.
have
You
more.
stabilize Cyril yet again.
Okay, now I just stand ready, like with my trident.
All right, very well. There's only one fire elemental left. There, like this battle is ending very quickly,
Wow.
right? The fire elemental is going to basically burn itself up. It's going to run into the center of the box where you are. You have left. And there's another tiefling and one last earth elemental on the opposite end. And it's basically going to turn itself into a bomb.
Ooh,
So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm very good at dex.
I'm a giant rock.
Is that saving throws?
Saving throw straight.
Yes! That was a 15. Oh, wow. Just a 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had nothing, huh?
Nope. Loud and proud.
You take half of 12.
So 6?
6.
Oh my gosh.
How you looking?
I'm barely standing.
Yeah, you are.
Just
So this
barely.
fire elemental just like in perfect common says,
A death is worth an extra life in hell.
and then erupts into a ball of flame.
I mean,
That's magic.
And the other tiefling is blasted. It takes half damage, but still like is killed. The earth elemental just kind of is a rock and just like takes the hit and like corrects itself. So all that remains is Cyril, Alon, 2 Lemore, an Earth Elemental, Wolfgang, and Jolly.
So so the ones that aren't us is an Earth,
Earth
Elemental
Elemental.
and 2 Lemur.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would love to shoot at one of. Wait, whose turn is it? I don't know whose turn it is.
It was Cyril's, and now it is Wolfgang.
Great. I would like to shoot at one of the Lemur.
Very
Yes.
well.
Okay. Let's do this. It's a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Good.
AC is actually 30. So
Oh. This was
hit
the
point,
boss
but you
Lemur.
you don't need to roll damage. You cannot hit less than 1.
Great.
So that one is just like pinned to the ground from an arrow.
Down.
You have 1 arrow left.
Great.
Oh.
1 arrow left. Oh,
It's like
man.
you just
Anything
pinned
I
a
with
wish I
skull
had
Yeah.
another
with
attack.
an arrow.
But
If you were close enough, you would hear.
okay, so I guess that's my turn because I want to keep my concentrated spell. So
Okay, you gonna stay up high?
yeah, staying.
You gonna go any higher?
Do you know what? Another 15 feet. Throw it on there.
So you're 45 feet up.
Yeah.
Very well. Alrighty.
That can't be bad.
Jolly.
Jolly will look at the Earth Elemental. How far away is he?
You could like 10 feet.
Okay, I will back up 5 feet and then cast Lightning Lure on the Earth Elemental, which must succeed on a Strength saving throw. So that was a good choice on my part.
It's only a +5 to this.
It's not like, yeah, whatever.
Well, it's a 10.
Ah, yes. So it moves 10 feet towards me, and then takes 1d8 lightning damage, and that's a 4.
Okay, takes 4 damage. It's obviously got heavy cracking. This one's by far the sturdiest of
I would
the
also
Earth
cast
Elementals.
Blade Ward as a bonus action using one of my racial traits.
Okay, very well. Okay, it is now his turn. Now in range with you, he's going to punch you. Yeah, he's going to kick you.
That's why I did.
Does an 18 hit?
Uh-huh.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Halved because of Blade Ward.
Yep.
So 3.
3.
Just enough to put me down, though.
Mm.
So you see Jolly like, I can take... Wait, he wouldn't say that. He'd be like, oh, no. And then just like slide in the sand.
Yeah. I like to think like narratively it does send you flying a bit, right? This Earth Elemental moves with the grace of a monk, where it sweeps the legs, and as you're coming down, it comes around and just like kicks you under the ribs, launching you a good 10 feet away. And it like takes a monk stance and then just goes back to standing stock still like a rock should. That is Wolfgang. Back to you. Wait, did I skip you, Alon?
Yes.
Yes, I did. Your turn.
So, feeling a renewed loyalty just after, making like a choice to save Cyril, I see that happen, and I turn around and just like get filled with this pride of like friendship and just like, and so
Friendship was the chain all along.
That's right. So
It was the boon.
I use my Eldritch Blast against the elemental.
Okay.
Hot
19, yeah?
Okay. 26 to hit.
What does your Eldritch Blast look like?
So I just kind of hold my hands up like this and just kind of like summon this power, maybe from like my part of my breath or something, and just throw it.
I like that. There's not a lot of water here, right?
Yeah.
It's a very dry place, but your breath always has a little bit of condensation to it, and that condensation kind of converges into a little bit of a cloud that you can like kind of compress into a droplet of water that is then imbued with like this eldritch magic as you release it, like this small bead of water, the precious life water that becomes violent as it careens toward this earth elemental. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Hit me.
8.
Yeah. It punches a hole where like a normal creature's heart would be, as the rock kind of is a clean cut, kind of like a water drill, right? Just a perfectly clean hole through it as the blast hits the wall beyond it, and then is scattered. The earth elemental kind of just falls apart into sand. You can either dispatch the lemurs or let them.
They're kind of funny. I'll let them live.
Okay. Cyril is unconscious. He's stable, like he's not actively dying, but is not doing well.
Okay.
And
I'm just
the
gonna monitor him.
gong goes off again.
Am I still making death saves or like?
I need you to make a death save, and that will be over here in private, away from the rest of the table.
So. Sorry. I didn't know. So continue.
Okay.
Roll
Alright.
10.
Wolfgang,
So
you hear the gong.
for audio listeners, I just rolled a death saving throw
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so
in secret.
is anyone else up?
Yeah.
Who else is up?
It's, right now, you and Alon are the ones that are left. The gong, the gong rings 5 times. There's
Okay.
the 3 of you and 2 Lemur.
Oh, great.
Oh, the 3 of us and 2 Lemur still?
So,
Oh, I'm going to shoot a Lemur because I feel like that's probably where I can do the most.
This is your last arrow.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot one of the Lemur.
Okay.
So let's go crazy. Okay. And to hit, yeah, 26.
Yeah, dead.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Is
Okay.
Cyril counted in those 5?
You don't know?
So I'm going to use
Contracted.
my 35 feet of movement. And I'm 45 feet up. I'm going to go down to 10 feet up.
Okay.
Because I'm rushing. Because I'm like, okay, maybe I won't be able to make it this turn or this time, but maybe next time I could go help him. Depending.
Very well. Jolly. Okay. Alon.
so I run over to Jolly and attempt to stabilize him. I just see like a crushed something.
Yeah, like his ribs are like caved in basically. He just took a heavy
Got some
blow.
flail chest going
Yeah.
on. Okay.
You make a medicine check to try and stabilize him.
12.
You're not confident that it worked, but it could have.
Okay.
The gong rings 4 times.
Oh, I guess he just shot a little more. Was that my action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then that's the end of my turn.
Wolfgang.
Okay. How far away am I from Jolly?
You're probably 40 feet. If you come down the next 10 and then another 30 feet across the whole pit.
Okay. I'm out of arrows.
Mm-hmm. You could throw one of your scalpels.
Okay. But it takes an action to stabilize.
Does.
Does take an action. Okay. This kind of sucks. Oh, man. How do you feel about retconning? Not retconning, but rather doing something that wasn't necessary. So basically, my Zephyr thing, if I let it go, basically if I had expended the extra damage with that last Lemur,
Mm-hmm.
then the time that I do that, I'm allowed to move an extra 30 feet, I believe.
Yeah.
Could I have
you
done
can do
that last turn?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So you're effectively like 15 feet from Jolly.
Yeah. Let me just make sure that that's right. Yeah. So I'm 15 feet. So I go up to Jolly.
Okay.
And then I a medicine check.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, at disadvantage, huh?
I totally forgot that Krolax is still kicking around,
Oh, yeah.
crying in
I also didn't
the
roll a
box.
disadvantage last time.
For medicine check?
medicine.
Oh.
Can we reroll that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I got an 11. No.
It was
19.
higher.
Okay.
So I got a 10 and an 11, so a 10.
Okay. Same thing. You're not convinced that it
Yeah.
really took hold. And you hear a voice similar.
You guys ready to blow this popsicle stand?
Do I hear it too?
All in your heads.
Does Jolly, he's unconscious.
No.
So I'm like, yes, please.
Yes.
Krolax kind of perks up.
Can I throw my trident at Crowline?
Not that guy.
kind of still upset.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Crowline.
You're saying sorry to a demon.
All right, can I do Eldritch Blast instead?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just keep that same roll. So that's 13 to hit.
Hits.
All right.
No one's walking around in armor around here, you know?
It's only 2 damage at a time.
Okay.
So just I don't have as much moisture.
Do you have like any like repelling blast or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, I mean it just like hits her in the face and just like,
Oh, you bastard.
I forgot she's a girl.
okay. Jolly, I need one last. Well, maybe one last.
Oh wait, what was I doing? I should have tried to save him again. Dang it. I forgot.
Okay. A zipper on the side of the pit shows up as a man in a brown hat kind of peeks his head through. And he says,
I don't much like hell. Care to join me? I can only take 3.
Come on. Come on. Oh.
Including Cyril?
3 alive? Or 3 conscious?
That's an interesting question. You know, when does a person stop becoming a creature? When are they just simply an item?
And so since it's up for debate, we could potentially just take these bodies that are...
If you're willing to roll the dice on Arcanum and the theory thereof, be my guest, pal, but clock's ticking.
All right.
Okay, I grabbed Jolly.
I grabbed
Pitbull
Cyril.
roars as it begins like flying at full speed toward you guys.
Yeah, so
You have one action.
Grab Cyril full sprint.
I grabbed Jolly and
What do you weigh, Jolly?
run.
Well, Jolly normally would be pretty heavy. I would say lost all his weight, probably 200 pounds.
Can we firemen carry both of them together? Like,
Give me athletic checks.
Okay. What if... Wait, let me check which one's higher.
Is this the end of Jolly?
All right. Athletics is fine. At disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Yes.
Huh?
All right, that's a 10.
That was a really good roll.
That's an 8.
No. Total?
Yeah.
Oh no, 4. The first roll was so good.
You both start to slip, trying to grab, like sweating, right? You didn't have much water to lose and you have lost it. This is the first real activity physical that you have done since you've been in the hells.
How
and
far
this
away
was
are we?
about 15 feet.
Oh.
So you could move at half speed, risking an attack from the pit fiend.
I'm fine with that.
Me too.
You sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't. I'm like...
Hey, this is what I'm doing.
Are you sure about that?
What's Krolax doing?
Krolax is like standing up, and she like turns to see the pit fiend coming down. What will Krolax do?
Because kind of depending on what she does, I may, I don't know, alter my decision.
Krolax is gonna eat her card.
What?
And she explodes in a just a bomb of ice, basically.
Oh.
As the pit fiend kind of flies down, the ice it kind of ruptures toward it.
Wow, Krolax was a homie.
It makes it save by 1 million, taking absolutely no damage. But the pit fiend is like kind of, back a little bit, buying you one last attempt.
Okay.
Athletics again.
Athletics.
So
That's
do I need to roll?
disadvantage.
Okay, there's an 18. 18!
That's an 8 from me. And
Double 18.
the 6. So 6. You got
Can
an
we
18.
take the
I got a
average?
6.
Yeah, I think
Okay, 12.
that's fine. Again, you are the healthier of the two, being here the shortest amount of time. And you have Cyril and you have Jolly, and you walk through this zipper in time and space. As he closes it behind you, he says,
The name's Gino Calamenti. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Gino, thank you so much.
and we're going to end the session there.
Yeah.
We don't even get to know if
No.
Jolly died.
Nope.
This has been Pact and Boon, an actual play D&D 5e show. I am Jake Packham.
I'm Justin Lewis.
I'm Caden Otley.
And I'm Tanner Wayland.
And we hope you guys go out and have some fun. Kill your friends. Kill some dretches. Have a good time. See you
Make
next
a
time.
pact with the devil. Oh.
Bye.